Yet another video of this thing. As you can see. It's actually been powered on for the last little while, and I didn't even know it. Hard drive is making ticky noise, kind of like a click, like sort of like a fast-paced ticking, like those old turbo 486 systems used to make with their RAM test. Before I get into that, this cord is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. I've seen some pretty bad cords. I've seen a whole bunch of them that are worse than this, but this is pretty bad. It is decent thickness, and the cord feels somewhat okay, but this end, this is just no. So this is going to come off of here. Probably going to go straight in the trash, too, because I want nothing to do with it. I have a decent one with a decent plug on the end of it, and a decent little connection on the end of it, and we're going to use that. That is not original IBM supply, either. So, now that that works, used equipment, by the way. This is going to be cleaned, because I want to make that all nice and neat. And this is going to be cleaned as well, because this is a mess. Wow, that's sort of cool. Really interesting pattern. I hope that isn't a problem. Anyway, it is sort of scratched. That's probably part of my doing. It's probably just a result of using Windex, which is not the greatest thing to be cleaning stuff with. Also clean this off. I think I sort of rubbed out that label, but again, who cares? I mean, nobody really even cares anymore that it's used equipment. It's definitely used equipment because it's been around for a while. I want to check out the BIOS. I'm actually going to get out my copy of HDAT. Screen has fingerprints all over it. F1 to go into BIOS. Configuration. When I want to... or not. What I want to see is if it's actually detecting... okay, it is detecting the hard drive. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in my HDAT2 disk, because sometimes with a problem like this, you find out that it's a hard drive sector problem or a booting problem. If it's a booting problem, I have the Windows 7 disk. I could probably put the that on. If I could find my HDAT2 disk. I know I had it a while ago. I can't find it now, so let me go find that. Found it. Actually fell behind there, which is why I didn't find it right away. So let's eject the CD-ROM somehow. I'm going to have to clean off those pencil marks that I just made on the damn thing. Somehow. I won't do it right now because, of course, I am the very definition of lazy. Not going to restore it just yet if that is needing to happen. Stuck at the BIOS screen. Didn't even go into BIOS. Oh, there we go. I only really want the SATA drivers. I don't need any USB stuff. This display is burnt in. That's for sure. Let's run this. Error reading the identified device. We have an exclamation point, so we have a smart error. Let's see, smart. Read attribute data. You have a high G-sense error rate. Disk shift is pretty damn high. I'm pretty sure this drive has been on the receiving end of a lot of shock. Let's try a Control-Alt-Delete booting up into Windows now. Here's the eject button. So don't boot up with HDAT. I want to see if it can actually start up into Windows or if I get a blue screen. Or if it clicks at me. It looks like it might actually work. Yeah, it's actually going to work. Cool. It's working. I didn't run any fix commands either, so it's just working. I am going to put CDI on here, and I'm going to see what CDI has to tell me. This key is really busticated. That's not the point. What I want to check out here is, this. Oh yes, by the way, this key does still work. There's just no key there. Crystal disk info. I am going to remove this after I'm done with it. Turn the volume down or else I'll get blasted. Or not. Hey! So this drive is apparently okay. It should be all okay here. Oh, holy crap. Check out that power on count. What was the one that I was looking at? G-Sense, 22, so that's... So you have to think here. 16, 32... 'Cause 10 is 16. Another 10. 10 is 16. Oh, actually, alright, I have a calculator. We can figure this out. Or not. Yeah, you could just go missing, too. Oh, there it is. That's right, I have 2 of them. What the hell? Oh, get out of my face. Whoops. Hex 22. That is 34. You have a 34 G-sense error rate, whatever 34 stands for, whatever units it's in. Probably about the same as what my drive is, but... Load in time, load friction, disk shift is pretty damn high. Which is interesting. 1027, that's pretty high. That's like 4135. I'm going to assume that that's in millimeters. What is running? Java update check. Sure, why not? Probably need Java updates. While I'm at it, I'll update the entire system. And clean up the rest of it. Get some of this junk off of it. I'm going to leave all the programs alone because I don't care. What did I want? Oh yeah, the add remove program so I can get rid of crystal disk info now that I know that it works. I hate this control panel. Okay. I really hate this control panel. Oops, not small icons because I can't read them at that point. There, I want large icons. This is a huge display. This is more than what is necessary. It makes my display look kind of wimpy by comparison. What did I want? It's programs and features. I'm looking for add remove programs and it doesn't exist in Windows 7, so... Crystal Disk Info 5.5 uninstall. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that's everything now wiped out. I don't have to deal with any of that. Do not install the Ask toolbar. Firefox still needs to update itself. I actually wanted to check the AV. Last scan was 3/31 of 2013, so it was pretty recent. So this is actually in pretty good shape. I'm not going to deal with that. Should open up Firefox in a second. What else on here would need updating? Oh yeah, Windows Update. Because for all I know, it's probably still running IE9. Because I really don't update these regularly. You've successfully installed Java. Woohoo. About version 20. They're getting up there with their version numbers. And not so much for the better. Let's update 4 optional updates. Updates were installed yesterday. Oh, the Bing desktop. Ew. But you know, looking at it now, it might actually be running IE10. I'm half tempted to check that. It is running IE10. Cool. I didn't do that, that's for sure. But it is working. Turns out there isn't actually a hard drive failure going on here, but yeah, it does have some shift. There's a chip out of the corner here. Looks like it was done with tools. Really annoyed about that. And this is still a mess. I'm going to clean it up. It actually has a task, so I'm going to clean it up before I send it off. It's kind of damaged in the corner, but I mean, what are you going to do? This is going to scratch. This finish just scratches, because that's what it does. You have to wait for these updates to install, but that's about it. Everything else after that is pretty much finished. There isn't a whole heck of a lot that I need to do here. Everything is there. You know what I do need to do, though? Maintenance. Oh, it won't be in there. Start up. I don't see it. It's the Lenovo stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems that it's working, and that's all that's good enough for me.